everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you everyone for liking and subscribing, and hi to all my new subscribers. Thank you and welcome. I've got the Gilded Tarot on the table and I am going to be reading about King Charles and Queen Camilla's visit in Australia. But first I'd just like to let everyone know that what the mainstream media, some of the mainstream media is still carrying on about, I'm just going to try and let you know very, very briefly how it's done. So what happens is that we have a chain of command, I suppose you could say. The top person is our Prime Minister, and that is federal, and that's where all the ministers and everything like that come in and they sit and, yada, yada, yada. There are two majority parties. One is Labor, which is not spelt with a U, and the other one is Liberal. And they call themselves a coalition, and they've joined in with the National Party years ago. There is also all the left-wing nutters, the right-wing nutters, the independents, the greenies, and yada, yada, yada. But there's two main ones, okay? Of course, the others do have one or two seats. That's about it. When it comes to being a republic, that was a referendum that was called out many, many years ago, and it was overwhelmingly no. And that was called, from memory, I haven't done the research, I'm just going from memory because we are talking about homegrown here. That was when a Liberal Party was in. Now we've got a Labor Party in federal, not state, in federal. And they're the ones that technically have to answer to the Governor-General. Going back in 1970, early 73, 74, the Governor-General, St John Kerr, called up the Queen, allegedly, entertainment purposes only, and said, I want to sack the Labor Prime Minister Whitlam. It is believed that Charles was the one that signed off, and it has been since discovered that he signed a thing to congratulate Sir John Kerr, who was the Governor-General, okay? That probably wasn't a good idea because people like us remember that. But we're not holding it against him, okay? It's just how it happens. The state do not answer to the monarchy. The state premiers don't answer. If they're completely different, they do join in, they are together, they will support each other on their same, political party, but they don't answer to the governor or anything like that. They generally are partisans with each other. Also in Australia, just quickly, just to get you the reason why probably a couple didn't travel, you can fit 32 times the size of UK inside Australia and 10 of that inside Western Australia. That's how big our country is. And I'm sure you all know you don't need this kind of thing. But when you've got mainstream media saying, oh, it's appalling, surely they can get in the plane and cancel whatever they want and get over. Well, when it comes to Western Australia, you're talking about a 6 or 7 hour flight, one way, okay? If it was a private jet, it'll be longer, but most of our premiers don't use private jets, they use commercial. So, that's not a long time. I mean, that is a long time, it's not a short time, that's where I'm going with that. And that was, I heard at least one or two YouTubers and someone else talking and, confirming whether she was being a yes person, I don't know. That was, it's like you need to live here to understand what you're quoting on. Wooten is from New Zealand. He's very, very aware of this, so I don't know why he's pursuing it. And it's really irrelevant at the end of the day because you've got the Prime Minister that met him. The New South Wales Premier, I don't know why they're saying all premiers. The New South Wales Premier and his mother met them. Both Governor-Generals, anything to do with a monarch is attending and accommodating him. And the person who does have to answer to the monarch is the Prime Minister, technically. And Albo was the first of a country to pledge allegiance to him. Albanese, sorry, we call him Albo. So, yeah. The other premiers, just to let you know, one was in the country, which is a 4-hour drive, one way. Another has elections, another, welcomed officially, just couldn't make it. The Tasmania one, who isn't Labor, is Liberal. So it's both parties. And this is where I'm saying it's different. But they're trying to implicate the difference. The Tasmanian Premier just said, no, I can't make it. And that's all they have to say. But when it comes to the Governor-Generals and anything to do with the monarch and the Prime Minister, well, of course it's different. And they were all met. And they're all being entertained as such. And they are being received and hosted. And he's only there for 2 days. It was late notice. No one knew whether he was coming or going until just recently. So I'm very sorry that it's taken a long time. But I still see that a lot of people are still talking negatively about it. No, we're not having a referendum. Not this time around anyway. Okay, on that note, cards. We are reading on the historical, the first ever king to visit Australia, to visit our shores. The first ever reigning king to visit our shores, King Charles. And the last time we had a head of state actually visit us was in 2011, so around about 13 years. So this is fantastic. This is a historical event. I mean, 13 years is a long time, and it just shows that we still get on. We still get on with it. A lot of other countries see the monarchs a lot more because they're closer, and we get it. We're just an island, and we have our rules, and we have the constitution that, that is governed, and federal. Anything federal is to do with the monarch. So, it's fine. We just get on with it. But it's great to see every now and again a monarch pop in. And the first king, how good's that? So, bearing in mind how sick Charles is, how's he going? All right. And we all know what I mean by sick. All right, Queen of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, the Page of Swords. Okay, well, you'll be interested to know that his faith is in Princess Anne. The firm is definitely looking as to Princess Anne as, well, she's the matriarch of the family anyway, right? Now, very, very defensive when it comes to the Seven of Wands, with all the childish comments about the monarchy being ruined. That's basically how we're going so far. So he's got a very, very good support system with his sister. You've got the Four of Pentacles reverse. You've got the Eight of Pentacles and Justice. So we have Justice here as well. On the monarch, the firm, the whole kit and cadoodle, as I say. And they are levelling things out. I think this visit is going to stop a lot of BS, and all the anti-monarchists are going to have to regroup and, rinse and repeat, so to speak, because they're not winning. There's a lot of people that I know that are going to visit. He's only really, like I said, he's only going to 2 places, and then that's it, kind of thing. You've got the Eight of Pentacles as well. So this is, it is costing a lot of money, but they're working hard. They're working hard to stop whatever is trying to ruin the monarchy, and or the verbal diarrhea, being defensive over all the stuff that is just being said, basically, with the Four of Wands. If that was upright, I would say that they're keeping it close. They're holding it close. They're not dealing with it. No, they're dealing with it. They're dealing with it for sure. They're working extremely hard on it, and it may be costing a little bit of money, but they're working hard on it, to level it up, to make sure that there is justice, and none of what this childish reports that even today are being uploaded about. You have the Knight of Pentacles here and the King of Swords. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so now we've got both brothers. And they are actually looking at each other this time, ironically. Well, I did ask how he's going, didn't I? He is worried about the brothers. He's definitely worried. You've got William here with the King of Swords, and you've got the Knight of Pentacles. And as you can see, William's open. He's just looking. He's confident. He's got the sword and it sits down. He's not attacking or anything like that. But you've got the Knight of Pentacles here. He's covered from head to toe in armory. He's got his face covered. So there's the mask. And you've also got, the sword in the hand ready to literally go down. So what can I say? So there's a difference. There's a difference between how Charles is saying and what the cards are saying about the two brothers. One is extremely defensive, coming down on this line, has verbal diarrhea as well, and the other one just wants justice for the monarchy. You've got Three of Wands reverse, and you've got the Five of Cups. Both of them are not waiting for any sort of deal. So we're talking about the brothers here. There is no deals whatsoever between the brothers. And I think Charles knows this now, as much as he doesn't like it. And it has upset him with the Five of Cups reverse. It has upset him tremendously, to the point where he's been grieving that his brothers, that his sons are fighting, and it's got to the stage where it's irreparable. You can't repair it. Sadly, he's accepted that. I think he's tried before to get them together, because the two together, the Two of Wands, they could have had the world in their hands. Harry could have gone off and been the traveller that he always wanted, and been William's right-hand man, but it was never to be. Sadly, he sees the loss of how close him and his sister are to what William has lost, and that has made him extremely sad indeed. You've got the Two of Pentacles coming through now, the Ten of Wands, you have the Death card, the Four of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. There is still juggling happening, but he is unburdening himself. We're talking about Charles. He is trying to juggle a lot of things, and I understand that. I definitely understand that. His age, his health, and his sons. Just to name the three things straight off the bat. He too is also stubborn. God love him, but he's a Scorpio. He is stubborn. He's not looking at someone is actually offering something, but he's not actually looking. He doesn't want to see. But it is to do with the transition. I'm not talking about him transitioning. I think a lot of people are, scared when they see the Death card. Well, sure, yes, but there's other cards around it that are saying that it's a transition. He needs to unburden what has been brought from home, and that is to do with the juggling. So he does want to transition. He does want to make this transition. He understands the brothers are not going to talk now. It's done. It's history. in his time anyway, which is sad, and I think that is the reason why the Five of Cups is here and showing up. You've got the Five of Pentacles as well. That's offering as well. There's two lots of offers. I think, and I'm probably going back to my last reading, where he is more than happy to offer some sort of thing to the person that's out in the cold. He's more than happy to, well, let's put it this way. Most parents will help out their kids anyway, but only to a certain extent. The five is also a charity card. I don't think this has got much to do with a charity. I think this is all a personal thing, and I can see other cards coming through that are also verifying that as well. All right, so we have the Tower reverse here. We've got the Sun reverse. We've got the Page of Pentacles now coming through. You've got Empress reverse, and you've got the King of Cups here. He is, and King of Cups, and it's upright, so that's a good thing. Okay, it's upright. If it was reverse, I'd be saying, "Oh no," but it's upright. You do have the Empress reverse here. But you've also got the Page of Pentacles as well, and with the Sun, it is dark times. The Page of Pentacles is my man-child, literally, my man-child. Again, there's a lot of problems. I think it's not helping. It's not helping Charles at all. He understands with what his youngest one has done. He's got to build from the ground up, literally. But with the Empress here, this, and it's reverse, I think what he's worried about is more his late mother, our late Queen, and her dedicated life of service to the monarchy. And again, up the top from being ruined with the Hierophant. I think both Anne and Charles are working extremely, extremely hard to repair what the man-child has done, and they are trying to build it up from the ground, because in their eyes they see there's a lot of damage done by his wayward son, and that would be what can I say? So that is a worry. That is a worry when it comes to that, because he's got a lot more on his plate. So I think I'll do that one more time to see if there's something else that we can find out. Nine of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Lovers reverse, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so doing an extremely, extremely deep dive here. There is some sort of offer for a new beginning for his darling boy, but there really isn't a plan, because there's still one battle with the Lovers. There's still one battle. I think Charles is aware of a new partnership as well, but of course he would be aware of every foot that he makes, where he is, what he's doing. He would know exactly what's happening. And I think at the end of the day, there is something here that he will help, but not until the Lovers are split. But he is fully aware of a new partnership. So I think we'll just leave it at that, because there isn't any plans, because there's still one more thing that has to be dealt with when it comes to his darling boy. So overall, his major problem is the destruction of what his son has done to the monarch, and he's extremely grateful of Princess Anne, and he's extremely sad that the two brothers, one is just getting on and protecting the monarchy, and the other one is defensive with all his verbal diarrhea, and he's got a mask on. So Probably should have stopped then. But nothing here about the health. We already know the situation, and I don't go into the health unless I actually ask and it's prying. I think we already know. I did get a double 5 happening. So yeah, we'll just go with that. And I do believe that with long term, you can still have that horrible sickness, but you can still get on with life. From 4 to 5 years. So there you go. But that is not a prediction. Okay, so please let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you appreciate, and I didn't go overboard with the explanation. It's just, I still can't believe that there's still people that are trying to, bring down the monarchy, so to speak, and use any little bit of excuse. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter if the premiers go, because they're different. They're different. The federal, yes. The prime minister, yes. Any governor, yes. Now, if they all snubbed him, well, then that might be a problem. And the premier of the state that he's attending in New South Wales even took his mother. So how are they going to backpedal out of that? All right. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.